Okay, homie. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the bonus 7 and 8. 3,000 watts of pure solar power. Even in this shade, okay, this shade that we have here right now that you see back there, I was putting 240 volts out of each panel. So this on Saturday will be hooked up to my inverter. Amen. Check out this beauty. 60 amp, 500 volt DC meter or DC breaker, 3,000 watt inverter, ready to be connected. Wiring already ready to go. All I got to do is put a new panel down there and I will plug it in. And here we go, baby. We are ready for my little beautiful Lene here, which I have not been taking care of. And today I'm going to finish my final install on my Grow Watt 3000 TLX grid tie inverter with a Wi-Fi dongle. Anyway, here's my beginning of my connection, which is basically I installed the inverter. Over here is where you're going to connect with 3 wires to the inverter, which is then going to connect to my sub panel, where I also can connect my 240 volt generator inlet, which this time I did it correctly. So that's for my gen. That's my sub panel breaker. And this is where I'm going to connect my new inverter, grid tie inverter. So this was my old connection, which I'm entitled to, or I can connect with just one of these wires. I don't have to put it inside a tube or anything like that, according to what they said. But this is all heavy duty now, much bigger gauge wire. I connected this better down here, and I connected that better up here. So my next thing is I have to connect the actual solar panel. So this time I got 8 panels, and I have a 500 volt, 60 amp DC connect breaker. So I have a DC breaker here connected to a AC breaker here. So this should work this time, I'm hoping, and without burning it out, which will also work on my generator connection here without having to use any gasoline, and I could charge it with 3,000 watts while I am actually using it. So it can actually work while it's being charged. So my gas gens will be obsolete after a while, but I'll still use them. You never know. This is Hurricane Alley here. Anyway, got my wires ready to go. Went and got some new hardware, ready to connect everything. I'm going to bring the wires from down here like I did the last time. And hopefully I'll be saving some money on electricity. So let's see what happens. Anyway, this is just part 1, which I got attached to part 2. Island Prepper here. Well, after days of fighting with this damn thing and troubleshooting, I finally got it to work. So this is my new system that I have installed. And just give you a little quick view, show you what's going on here. Trying to keep my cat from coming out. Okay, so here's your system right here. Now I'm going to put this real close so you can see. Right now it's about 10 in the morning. Got 280 volts coming in from the PV, 2,300 watts. I have altogether 2,900 watts set up. So this is how it's working. The dongle does not work, so I can't get my phone to basically program to that, but they're going to send me a new one. Now what I did here, these are my PV cables or my panel cables hooked up to a 600 volt breaker, DC breaker this time, not an AC breaker. And then I did a double connection here. Now the reason why I did this way is because I intend to get an eco flow, and I can charge it with these two prongs here while I'm still loading my house. So then I just plugged it into my old system here. And the reason I couldn't get it to work for 3 days was because I had it set up with 120 volts, and it's nice and cool, nothing's warming up. So I just connected it straight to my feed area for my generator, 240 volts, and that connects directly to my sub panel breaker, which is right here. Again, nothing's warming up, it's nice, it's good to go. So then that feeds into my house right here. These are each 110 or 120. And my issue was that the wiring system that comes from here only has 3 wires. So it has a ground, a neutral, and a hot wire. So I couldn't figure out how to do the connector right here because it needs 2 hots. So what they did say was just connect to ground. So my neutral connects to, my ground connects to ground, which is the neutral, and then the 2 hots. So, and I get my 240s. Anyway, Island Prepper, thank you, sunshine, for this beautiful, beautiful sunny day. And hopefully my meter is running really well. Island Prepper over and out.